Hey guys, it's Scrin Secret here, and you might be thinking, hey, I've seen this game before. That's because it is a re-upload. That's right, YouTube deleted the video for some reason. They didn't actually tell me why they deleted it, so I didn't know how to edit it, so I've just re-uploaded the video again. Again, they said it breached some type of copyright. It wasn't the music, but they didn't really want to tell me what it was, so I'm just going to re-upload it and see how it goes. Someone did mention in the comments it does drop to desktop, and some of my personal files were there, but I didn't report the video myself, so that's a bit unusual, but nonetheless, this is the video you guys wanted to see. I've re-uploaded it for you now, and I'm going to cut back to the in-game commentary. Here we go. On the bottom right-hand side here, playing as the Cyan Nod faction here is going to be Unleashed UA. I believe he's Nod Vanilla. Let's check him out. He's Nod Vanilla. I got that one right, nice. And in the top left-hand side, WinForFun, aka Technique, is playing as a green Scrin faction here. He should have drafted something. Have you got legs, buddy? No, he doesn't have legs, so he's either Reaper 17 or Vanilla Scrin. We'll have to wait and see what happens when his refinery comes down, because we can confirm it once we see if his harvester is shielded or not. Of course, we know he's not Traveler because he doesn't have fast leg upgrade on this assimilator here. Unleashed UA, you doing something crazy with shadow teams? No, he's not doing anything shadowy over here right now. He's going straight for his refinery. I believe these guys selected their factions, so it's not a random mirror, so they both know what factions they are. So that really sets up the basically the rush phase of the game. You know exactly what you kind of need to get this done. He is going to deny the scouting here, which is very nice. There's probably there's another one coming straight over here as well. Unleashed UA, it looks like he's going for another refinery here, so Technique forcing out the drafting. It all counts as well. It very much all counts. He's got a Raider buggy, which means that a Buzzer Swarm, see you later. He's just going to be annoying. Look at that. Driving around in circles, slowing Unleashed scouts down, and he finally gets it. So that's a notable delay, by the way. That's about 4 or 5 second delay, or maybe 5 or 6 second delay. And Unleashed, if he did have some type of rush coming, he could have moved it out of his base, or if he had disintegrators, he could have moved in. But he is Reaper 17, so this is going to be interesting. Reaper 17 versus Nod. I think it's a pretty decent map for Reaper because it's very open and flat. They're very powerful on the ground, of course. Almost no air units, and their infantry aren't crash hot for the Scrin faction. In fact, probably the worst infantry faction for the Scrin, because they don't get a mastermind and they don't get speed. They don't get anything that the other two factions really get. So their infantry is mainly just restricted to the disintegrators for defense of fields and things like that. He's going to pick away, knock the shields off these guys here, but it's not really going to do anything. I mean, knocking the shields off is nice if you're going to follow up with an attack, because the shields absorb a few shots, and so if you can get rid of them, it just makes those harvesters less tanky. Whoa, Unleashed moving out. He's only got 2 harvesters on his main. He's going for blue tip both sides. Are you serious? Are you for real? Wow, that's not worth it. I mean, he's just said those harvesters are going to take ages to come back, but he's got an operation center, so maybe he's planning to do some type of push while he's getting that Tiberium, but he's a bit low on power right now. I think he's expecting Technique to eco, but Technique's going for a Seeker push. Oh my god, he's got this tier 2 down as well, which means he's going to call his support powers. He's expecting to find harvesters here. He's not going to find any harvesters. The blue tip's barely even grown. He's probably going to get a full load just. He's going to spot the operation center, and he's probably going to freak out. He's going to go, oh no, there's a flame tank somewhere. Look at this. He's going to attack it, so he's going to take a swing on it. I don't believe there is a flame tank. We'll have to keep an eye out for it. He sells it. Wow, what a waste of money that was. So he did upgrade one of his power plants, but yeah, he gets a Black Hand squad as well, I guess. But unless there is a flame tank out here somewhere that I did not spot, yeah, look at this. Technique thinks there's a flame tank, so it could be a fake or a fake out, but I don't think it was intentional by Unleashed UA. I think he might have got his build a little bit wrong, because Technique is now scouring the map for this flame tank, which, as far as I'm aware, doesn't even exist. So Unleashed getting a break there. I'm not sure if it was intended or he puts it straight back down. What is Unleashed playing at here? I'm not 100% sure what Unleashed's plan is with that operation center. Maybe he was trying to go Dozer Blades. He's still not researching anything. He's not expanding. He's going for another structure. It could be a war factory. Blue Tiberium is finally being returned to his refineries. Actually, both those harvesters at the exact same time. So there you go. Both those blue tip fields are actually the exact same distance from your main. Just FYI. The Black Hand squad gets dispatched by the Buzzer Swarm ability, but that has been used now. That's got a cooldown on it. So if Unleashed, he did have a few infantry squads scattered somewhere. I'm not sure whether... Oh, they're actually heading over here now. So it's only one rocket squad. I'm pretty sure he built more than that. Not 100% sure where they went, but Technique is now, without doing that push really, has just gone into his tech center now. He's got a Devourer tank there for defense. Very good defense against flame tanks. He's coming up. He's going to notice the blue Tiberium is actually missing. It should be well grown by now, but unfortunately nothing there. Unleashed is aware that there is an attack force heading from the north, so he's probably going to intercept that. Wow, he fast-teched. He's going to have to move these Scorpion tanks into position because this tech center, these tech structures are actually quite vulnerable. With no base here to buffer for them, they're quite vulnerable. He has to fence it straight away. There are Mechapedes coming out, so I'm not sure. He's got a what do you call it, air tower coming up, probably just for the Mind Strike, I'd imagine, just so you can knock down or do some damage there. There's a few mechas coming out. Technique still has, or he does have a second ref now. This is a really awkward game. Neither side has actually attacked, even though they kind of have had units. I mean, Technique's just kind of doing laps of the map now. I'm not sure if he's still scared that there might perhaps be a flame tank somewhere. Unleash is moving to intercept now. He's got some Scorpion tanks here. They are going to engage. The Mechapedes are going down the right-hand side of the map, so they're going to make their way into the back of Unleashed space. There is a battle marker down here, and an Obelisk comes down, immediately picks off one of the Mechapedes. Can he get us? He gets a second one. Nice target firing, by the way. And he's actually going to clean up the Seeker tanks on the left-hand side. So not too bad. There's even an Avatar coming out, and that will completely push him back. Now, he's going for a fast Redeemer against Reaper. The Redeemer is good because of the Rage Gen, but ideally you want to get a lot of avatars up as well, because the Reaper player can just bum rush your what do you call it, Redeemer. If they get into Emp range, they'll Emp it, and then it's basically over. They've got the Stasis as well, so even if you do have a lot of avatars, they can just Stasis those and then just move in for the Emp, and it can get pretty nasty. So he might need some infantry forces with these avatars. These what do you call it, these Scorpion tanks managed to take out that one spike, and he lost his last Mechapede. Unfortunately, that Avatar did actually manage to chase it down, which is something you don't see every day. Venom's coming out. What is Unleashed playing at? He's got Venoms. Is he going for lasers? No, he's not going for lasers. Another Avatar comes out now. He has a refinery down. Here come the tripods, though, and he will actually kill those disintegrator squads to allow his, what do you call it, Scorpion tanks to harass. He does EMP the Redeemer Engineering Facility. This Avatar needs to probably start firing. He's going to try to get into EMP range of the what do you call it, the Obelisk, but he doesn't actually put the EMP down, unfortunately. He's probably going to be able to stop the Redeemer from coming out, but he's going to lose these units. He's actually pulling back. I'm not sure why. He needs to finish that off. He's committed to it now, and he does get it, but he's going to lose quite a number of tripods. It's going to buy Technique some serious time, but other than that, I mean, he did trade out a handful of units for some good use. Oh, unfortunately, crushing those tribal husks. There's actually a tribal husk here that is not yet crushed, and he should be able to destroy that one more tripod. Oh, not quite in range. This Scorpion tank, these Scorpion tanks could easily sneak up on it and grab it, and it looks like that's what he's going to do. But now there's another tripod here. I'm not sure these guys, they're kind of like funneling their units in as well. Not 100% sure what Technique's plan is here, but he is starting to pull back now. He's going to lose another tripod, unfortunately. He's got a hexapod out, so there you go. Didn't see him going for a hexapod. He's going to just back off to the hexapod. Didn't get any upgrades, I don't believe, for his tripods, except for the shield generators. That's about it. Didn't get conversion reserves or anything like that. He's going to fall back now. He's got an Obelisk here. He's got the Redeemer Engineering Facility, again, in a very dangerous position. He's going to have to fall back. Is he going for another Obelisk? He does have another one queued, I believe. He did lose an Avatar. Unfortunately, he lost that Avatar, so that's not good at all. Does put the fence down on this Redeemer Engineering Facility. Here comes the Obelisk of Light. Does knock out the Husker there. Unleashed, probably not aware that that tripod husk is there. It's very well hidden in the foliage. He probably doesn't notice that that's there, especially when you're playing and you're zipping around with the screen. It's not something that's easy to spot. We have assimilators coming out to try to grab these tripod husks out here. This one refinery in a lot of trouble. He does stasis this out, and of course that hits the tech center, which means it would have cancelled any Obelisk he was building there, which is very unfortunate. He's going to try to shield these out. There is one Vertigo bomber there. He's going to try to land a money shot. He will land a shot, and he will kill two of those Corruptors. Will go down straight away. But Technique now recovering these husks. He will drop that refinery, which is a really big pain for Unleashed UA because he kind of needed that. He's only got one refinery on this main area here now. The Redeemer will be making its way out of the engineering facility. He needs to target these Corruptors first because they're very easily killable. Shooting the Hexapod's not really worth it when the Hexapod can heal very quickly if those Corruptors are allowed to live. Engineers coming out now. He has realized there is a husk there because he's heading straight for it now, and he will be snaring that one back. So he gets himself a Reaper tripod. Rage Gen goes off, which means Technique can't phase it'll be wasted if he does, and it's on a move order. He's probably not going to lose it, I imagine. He's got the opportunity to phase out of here right now. There is a Vertigo Bomber coming in. He will be targeting that tripod, but it only takes the shield off there, unfortunately. Needs some more tripods. He will knock that one down. Do we see Spectre Artillery? There is Spectre Artillery coming out from Unleashed UA. Wouldn't expect that. Would have thought he would have gone for more avatars here. He doesn't really have that much use for Spectres. I mean, yeah, they can shoot from range, but normally you'd want to be shooting at the enemy base. These units here can simply just reposition, and Techniques realize that he's being shelled now. Spectres are not accurate at all. They'll pretty much just shoot in the general vicinity of where the enemy units are. And that tripod, wow, he did a pretty big zigzag through that minefield, but he will survive. Technique will get some heals on him as well, so he's going to heal him back up. Doesn't have conversion reserves yet. All those Spectre shots actually managed to land on some of those units. Vertigo Bombers coming in, and they should just target, to be honest. Oh, that was a waste of bombs. He targeted all three on just those one Corruptors. He actually got a second one with a splash damage, but that's not how you want to use it. Rage Gen goes off, and that's just causing problems for Technique. He's like, oh man, shooting at my own units. He's losing Shard Walkers and things like that. Shard Walkers are a bit of a deterrent to the Vertigo Bombers, but if the Vertigo Bombers are used right, you can just really avoid them. But Unleash, unfortunately, just send them all in as a group there, so he probably needs to get his control groups a bit sorted. He now has 4. To be honest, I think Vertigos work best in groups of 2s. So I have them on control group 5 and 6. You can split them into 4 as well. You can always just draft them off the right hand side to pick their targets and things like that, but I find that 2 control groups is preferable for myself. He will be targeting that hexapod, will be dropping his bombs. One of those Vertigo Bombers wanders way too far into those Shard Walkers, gets taken out immediately. Double repairs for the Redeemer here for Unleashed UA, so he's got double repairs on that one. Again, there's not too much point bombing the hexapod unless you can really, unless you can really kill it, or you absolutely have to. You might as well bomb units that you can kill in one hit, like Shard Walkers and Corruptors and things like that. He's actually going to shell these guys from range, and Technique's going to have to try to move these guys out of the way. There's only 2 Spectres, so not terribly effective, but they have managed to land quite a number of shots, and he's going to have to pull back right now, otherwise that hexapod is going to come in and destroy them. And now Unleashed UA, he's got 2 tripods to his enemies, even charged them up. Look at this obelisk defense here. He can just sit in this area here. It's going to be very difficult. Vertigo Bombers, though, recyclable units. They're just going to keep coming back, and a Rage Gen will go off, and a Vapor Bomb as well. Almost bombed his own units there, unfortunately, but I'm not sure what the Vertigo Bombers even dropped their bombs on. Some of them are actually coming back. They haven't even dropped their bombs yet. He will take out that tripod as well, so starting to target a little bit more effectively. They're both trying to destroy the husks now, neither side wanting those husks to remain around, but Technique needs to make a move for the expansion, which he has done now. He needs this Tiberium, otherwise he's going to die, because Unleashed is very heavily defended, and Unleashed still has access to Tiberium. He's been taking the blue Tiberium from the bottom. Technique is moving to the top now, because it looks like Unleashed hasn't been taking that blue Tiberium field any longer, and we're going to have a bit of a slugfest here, as both these guys just reorganize their forces. These epic units really aren't going to do too much to one another. Vertigo Bombers now flying back. They're probably just going to drop bombs on it, just force it to... I mean, it is swatting... those Vertigo Bombers are swatting the hexapod away by doing that. It's like, once it does take too much damage, he does have to retreat. I believe the Rage Gen has been used, and I don't think he's going for tripods just because of the Rage Gen. He does get the Rage Gen down, but these guys already have an attack move, but the hexapod actually decimating the forces from behind. But this is the thing, with no tripods or anything, there's nothing to stop this obelisk army from moving in. We did see some Storm Riders over there, triple gravity stabilized Storm Rider, so if he's able to pull that on Unleashed, that will be a big win there, especially if he can destroy a lot of these avatars very quickly, because Unleashed has no AA. He's got 0 AA right now. Absolutely nothing. Here come the Storm Riders, though. He uses the Catalyst missile on the Corruptors, and now he's in a bit of trouble. He does put a lot of bombs. He's going to kill the hexapod, which is great, but now what does he do against all of these Storm Riders? He's going to start losing these avatars now. The avatars are very heavily armored, though, so they will take a fair bit of punishment. Few Venoms responding. That's not going to be enough Venoms. They're actually just driving straight through. I'm not sure where they're going. Technique does decide to withdraw from this area here, destroying the husks as well. There's one more avatar, he could probably destroy that. Only a single SAM turret is down here. He could have probably tanked that, done some more damage. He's going to try to get another avatar, which he probably should be able to get, and he will be getting it, but now there's still only one AA turret and just buggies here as well. Not able to destroy the husk. He will destroy the husk now, and he's just going to kite from maximum range and then just deciding not to go in there, but Unleashed, wow, he just balls it with one AA turret. He's got a nuclear missile as well, so that is a real nuclear missile, ladies and gentlemen. So he's got master computer countermeasures, which even if people build a nuke, they don't seem to realize it's got that upgrade on it. That will help him if he gets rushed with tripods. Tribal to come in, EMP everything, and then he can power back up and surprise Technique. And Technique's like, hang on, how do these guys power up so quickly? Because he has that ability there. Spectre Artillery just trying to cause a little bit of problems. Now, Technique does have a refinery down here, and he is going for another hexapod. So he's actually managed to secure. I'm not sure what the deal is with so many shards and seekers and things like that. So he seems to be intent on just keeping very low tier units here at the moment. Vertigo Bomber's coming in. They will bomb the Storm Column. He does not lose a Vertigo Bomber, which is very nice, but that Storm Column was a big part of the defense there. And now we have a pretty big army here. There's only Storm Riders. If he can get rid of these laser buggies, sorry, not laser buggies, just regular buggies, he'll be okay. Now, the buggies can take a fair bit of damage, but they don't do a lot of damage to aircraft. He probably could kite and overwhelm them. He's going to try to kite. He's got nothing for it now. He kind of has to kite. Technique is going to lose all of his expensive tech because it is located at this base. It's just whether or not he can hold on for long enough to get the hexapod out. I'm not sure if the hexapod is out just yet, but we'll have to go check. The hexapod's right here. Okay, so the hexapod is out. No garrisons. Spectre Artillery firing at it. He has got laser upgrade now, which is a problem for the buggies. They probably could have engaged a little bit sooner. Rage Gen will go off. The Storm Riders not going to be shooting at their own hexapod. He might have to phase out of here. He does get a nice EMP. Unleash playing very nicely at this part of the game. And he will phase. Oh no, the Rage Gen was down, so the phase did not work. Oh my god, Technique has just wasted his phase and his hexapod is dead now. This could not get any worse for Technique right now. He's in a lot of trouble. His only saving grace is these Storm Riders though. He's got more Storm Riders here as well. He's actually got quite a lot of them, and he's actually able to overwhelm the buggies. The buggies aren't strong enough anti-air. He gets one Spectre. He gets both Spectre Artillery. He's now being shot at. He might have to start targeting those guys. Venoms are now responding. Unleash starting to bring in some stronger AA, but with the kiting there, the buggies, the laser buggies can't even engage. They're just taking a lot of damage. The what do you call it? The Venoms as well. A Vertigo Bomber's coming in now. Not sure what they're bombing. They're just bombing kind of everything. They've got to be careful because their Storm Riders can actually shoot them down. Will they get that one? No, it does re-stealth in time, but the Storm Riders are doing so much work. They're just not going down. Unleash doesn't have powerful enough AA here to take these guys down. There's a number of buggies here as well. He's starting to shoot them down. He's actually targeting the armored units. To be honest, he probably should start targeting these EMP buggies if he can get them down somehow. His Storm Rider is actually dropping in number, and his tech center now is being destroyed. He's in a lot of trouble here. He's in a lot of trouble. Again, the Storm Rider is still holding the line for him. He's lost quite a number of them. But again, with the kiting, he can probably just destroy most of these units. There's a few more Venoms here as well. But the Venoms, they don't have a lot of armor. The Storm Riders will just pick them to pieces. But the Storm Riders getting whittled down. We're down to 5 now. 4 left. He's just running out of forces now. He's trying to destroy those husks. He will get the husks. So Technique did a pretty bloody good job of these Storm Riders now. He might just have to evac to his main base. This area is going down. He's lost all his tech. Actually, he's got tier 2 still available to him. And my game just alt-tabbed. There you go. That's something that I'm not sure why that happened, but okay, it just happened. But nonetheless, we have him coming in, and he's going to destroy the remainder of this base here. Technique did get another hexapod out. Wow, he got another one out, but that's before he lost his tech center up the top as well. He's actually going to save these 4 Storm Riders. Does he have any ranks on them? No, he does not have any ranks on them, but they would be pretty well veteran just about now, or going veteran soon. Of course, there is a 2-minute 45-second countdown to that nuclear missile, so we've got him. He's actually got a nerve center. He's got 2 nerve centers, so obviously he's anticipating that he was going to lose that nerve center. I believe he just sold it off then. Unleashed UA, this is his force though. He doesn't have much left at home. You've got to remember, Unleashed never made an attempt to go for this Tiberium field, which means Technique has access to all the Tiberium. Surprising, he's got more harvesters coming in, but I'm surprised he doesn't have a second ref down here. If he had a second ref down here, he'd be dandy. He might be able to withstand this. Storm Rider's going out again, but to be honest, there's not enough of them. 4 is not enough. He might get one more Raider Buggy. Oh, he's going to let that Raider Buggy rank up. Oh my god, he just got a heroic. He's got 2 heroic Raider Buggies. It's not something you want to see there. So 2 heroic Raider Buggies starting to just recover all their health. He could probably just EMP that in the choke as well. This Storm Column is outside of range for Technique, so he's got a bunch of Corruptors though. Still not able to garrison the Hexapod. He's missing some. Oh, he's actually got 2 garrison. Did not see that. He needs a stasis chain before he can build any more of those shock troopers there. But Unleashed might have to make a move. Unleashed needs more Tiberium. Is he going for the blue tib? I'm not 100% sure. He doesn't. He's got a lot of money. You can see there his refinery is actually quite full. So he does have quite a bit of cash on him. If we have a look here, Technique has 3 grand. Unleashed has 7.5. So that's good. That Catalyst Missile gets a lot of A lot of corruptors. The EMP does miss. He's going to lose a heroic buggy. There it goes. It goes down straight away. Can he get the other heroic buggy? That storm column, is it in range? I don't think it's in range. The Storm Rider is going to try to take a swing at it. Will he get it? He just doesn't get it. It just gets away. And with that heroic weapon there, able to easily pluck that Storm Rider out of the sky. So there you go. We've got just a handful of units here from Unleash. Unleash isn't going to be able to break this. He's not going to be able to get it, force his way in here. This heroic Raider buggy now taking some damage from the Hexapod. Oh, geez, he's going to want to move that. He does move it at the last second, realizes that's there. He did cloak his remaining units. They just got a cloaking field on them, so the Storm Riders now can no longer detect that they're there. 5 Storm Riders, which means he's starting to build more of these. He's going to be relying heavily on these Storm Riders. He has a second refinery down now, so that's very well done. And the Hexapod, there's actually a Buzzer Swarm here. I'm not sure what was there. Hexapod is over here. Probably a little bit out of position. Unleash, I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do in this situation. He does have a rocket squad in the bunker there, but he's just stealing all the blue Tiberium, so he doesn't even care right now. But this is a problem. This Tiberium field is massive amounts of resources for Technique, which he's secured and he's able to harvest just fine. Unleashed, on the other hand, he's got breadcrumbs. He's just kind of picking at dead fields. There's blue tip he needs to make a move that I'm surprised he hasn't identified that he needs to expand even to Technique's main and his expansion, but I believe that he does have an emissary, so he's trying to get something done. The nuclear missile is ready to go, so he's obviously getting ready to drop that. Still has 2 Vertigo bombers, so he's lost 2 at some point in time that we did not see. Technique just securing this bottom field area now. And these Venoms over here will get cleaned up. A lot of Storm Riders coming out now. So Technique building his Storm Riders back up, realizing that they're actually pretty good in this situation. Unleash UA does not have Tiberium Core Missile, and he's relying solely on lasers. Lasers can somewhat be kited. I mean, you just got to make sure you don't stay in their range for too long. Lasers obviously still quite powerful. Storms making their way around. He's definitely saving the nuclear missile for this attack. He's got a large force down here. He's got 6 avatars. He's got a tripod and his Redeemer, which is still alive. Keeping a close eye on that timer in the top left-hand side there. He's not choosing to use it. Oh my god, he's got a stealth tank here. He could pop everything here. I'm not sure if Technique realizes it's there. He put a lightning spike down. I think he saw some of the trees go down when the stealth tank ran them down, but yeah, it's only a matter of time before he uses that. The Hexapod is now in time. He launched the nuclear missile. He's launched it. It's going to come in over here for sure. There we go. Oh my god, look at that. that match was worth it just to see that. That was ridiculous, and that completely busted Technique wide open now. He's got almost no chance of defending this, I don't believe. He did save the Storm Riders. Oh, look at this. The Venom Swarm just rocks up. It's like, hey, you got Storm Riders? I got Venoms. Vertigo bombers come in. They could easily take out. They're actually getting shot down, unfortunately. He dropped his bomb on the Hexapod. Doesn't even matter. Even with the healing power of the Corruptors, there was too much laser capacitor on the ground here with these avatars and with the Redeemer. And now Technique literally has just his Storm Riders. He's got no refineries. I'm not sure what he's expecting to do. He's going to lose that tech center. He's going to have to come in and fight with the Storm Riders. But yeah, that heroic buggy is still there, and he's just, look at this. The Venoms are actually destroying buildings, so that's not something you really want to see, and that's the end of the game. So wow, yeah, if it wasn't for that nuclear missile, he would have had a legitimate chance of defending that attack, but that nuke just completely shredded him. I mean, he knew it was there as well, but he still packed his base pretty tightly. But you got to look at it from Technique's point of view. He needs to, get his buildings down, get back in the game ASAP, and it was inevitable that a lot of his buildings were going to get cooped up there. So 23-minute game there, not too bad. That was a really nice nuclear weapon. 195,000 to Technique and 178,000 to Unleash. So Unleashed not getting as much money. Technique got, what do you got, like $16,000, $17,000 more. But in a 23-minute game, that's very much a nice edge. Technique was ahead for pretty much the whole game, but unfortunately not able to crack Unleash. The game was pretty slow at the start, I have to admit, but then it started to really get into the swing of things there. But Technique unable to capitalize with Reaper, probably needed some more tripods. The Storm Riders were phenomenal, but at the end of the day, Unleash managed to wear him down. Great nuclear missile as well, but well done to both players. I'm Green Zero, stay tuned to my channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video.